Myanmar's military junta has formally charged detained de facto leader Aung San Suu Kyi with corruption. Joining us now for more is our Southeast Asia government reporter, Philip Hymans. Hi, Philip. What more do we know about these charges?
Well, we know that the junta have launched yet another charge against Suu Kyi that makes for, I believe, 7 since her detention back in February when the coup happened. In this case, the Anti-Corruption Commission alleged that it found Suu Kyi had illegally accepted $600,000 in accepted gold from a former Yangon regional chief minister. And it also accuses her of using her authority to lease a Yangon property as headquarters for a nonprofit charity that she founded back in 2012, resulting in a $5.2 billion loss of state revenue, which is about $3.15 million.
And Aung San Suu Kyi has been under arrest since the coup on February 1st. What do we know about the conditions she's being held in?
Right. Well, actually, we do know that she's been moved to an unknown location since last month. This was about a day before her May 24th trial, according to her lawyers. So we don't know where she is. She has seen her lawyers since then. And they've been allotted 30 minutes to see her, in which they discuss the cases, but not much about how she's feeling, about her thoughts on the coup or the ensuing protests, the several hundred deaths that have happened at the hands of security forces since then. But her lawyers have said repeatedly over the months that she does look good, she looks strong, and that's about all we know.
Okay, so it's been more than 4 months now since the coup. Where does Myanmar go from here?
Well, Myanmar is in a very difficult position right now. It's an internal matter. Plain and simple, the coup itself will continue to drag out. The deaths and killings have continued to drag out over time. There's really not anything that the international response has done to kind of stop that from happening as the military looks to consolidate its power ahead of its own elections that it plans to hold at the very least next year, perhaps longer than that. At the same time, we've seen countries like China growing increasingly closer to Myanmar. China says recently that its policy toward Myanmar remains unaffected by its domestic situation, which bolsters support for a regime that has faced multiple rounds of sanctions from the U.S. and Western allies following the coup. There's also the matter, of course, of Myanmar's interactions with regional countries. A lot of big powers are looking towards ASEAN to help remedy the coup, to facilitate some kind of a resolution. But as Malaysia and Singapore have pointed out recently, those talks have been painfully slow. I believe that's a quote. So it's going to take time. It could take months, if not years. We're seeing renewed civil conflict throughout Myanmar, tens of thousands of people being displaced along the borders and fleeing into India and into Thailand, and those tensions are only rising. So it's going to be a long, long road for Myanmar.
All right, thanks so much. Our Southeast Asia Gov reporter, Philip Hymans.